The Mozambican Civil War began in 1975, a year after Mozambique had finally won its independence from Portugal. It began after a dispute between the two main political parties in Mozambique, Frelimo and Renamo. During the war, Gorongosa had become the hub of operations for the two parties, and when the war ended, it had become a place where the leaders of the war had sought to kill over 1 million Mozambicans and about as many animals, in order to win and to feed their respective soldiers. When the war finally ended in 1992, Gorongosa's economy was basically non-existent, and its wildlife population had dwindled down to a mere 5% of its previous population before the war, a staggering reduction. Now, a Boston entrepreneur named Greg Carr has introduced the Carr Foundation, which has been granted a 4,000 square kilometer area in Gorongosa by the Mozambican government in order to establish an ecotourism industry and to increase the amount of animals in the area to its previous eminence. The Carr Foundation plans to raise over $40 million within the next 30 years in order to revive the Gorongosa economy and bring back its diverse wildlife. So far, the Carr Foundation has provided the people of Gorongosa with jobs, schools, healthcare, and most importantly, infrastructure. One of the ways the Carr Foundation is providing infrastructure is through its new Biological Research Center. The center provides the Mozambican people with occupations and gives them the opportunity to gain a sense of understanding about the animals and the park itself. Another way the foundation is providing infrastructure is through its police force. Gorongosa's law enforcement team prevents illegal hunting, fishing, and mining that would otherwise deter the longevity of the park itself. The Gorongosa National Park is constantly building and increasing its efficiency, which will eventually lead to more money coming into the park because more and more people will be willing to come. The Carr Foundation has also enlarged the animal population in Gorongosa greatly. In particular, it has increased the amount of buffalo, elephant, wildebeest, waterbuck, warthog, hippo, and sable by a huge amount. 2 years after the Civil War ended, there were actually no hippos, sable, or warthogs left in the area. But now, all these animal species have increased to at least 160 specimens, and even up to as much as 3,830 as of 2007. These numbers are due in part to the efforts of Carles Lopes Pereira, the park's director of conservation, whose main job has been to bring poaching to a halt in the area, which is sadly still an issue. He's been educated all over the world, beginning his education at the University of Eduardo Mondlane in Maputo, earning his veterinary degree. From there, he has traveled to England, Scotland, Holland, Czechoslovakia, South Africa, and Zimbabwe to further his education before finally ending up in Gorongosa. So far, he has been successful in not only stopping poachers, but also in converting them and convincing them to join his team. Because of Greg Carr and the Carr Foundation, one of the most beautiful and animal-rich lands in the world is now well on its way to becoming what it used to be. It is a place of great hope and great expectations, and in about 30 years will be able to accomplish its goals of conservation, solid infrastructure, and its goal to have a firm economy that will ultimately prove to be one of Mozambique's most sought-after sites.